Hi folks, it's Ian from Goose Juice Adventures here. I'm back at Gorleston Beach on the East Anglian coast. It's a bit of a grey day. I'm about to head out for 2, maybe 3 hours paddling solo just off Great Yarmouth, doing a bit of a navigation test around some of the buoys off there. But more importantly, I'm testing some of the new adaptations to my sea kayak, this Curtain Sea Trek 18, that I'm going to be using for my round Britain-by-kayak adventure next year. Let's just run through some of those. First of all, I've replaced the deck lines. They're Wetman deck lines with the 3M Scotch-Lite material, reflective. They're in place now. I've replaced the elastics with 6mm elastics, nice and tight there too. But more interestingly, and the things I'm really going to test today, coming back from the front, I've got one of the Wetman short tows here, and you'll notice that I've secured it just after the front hatch rather than across the deck. The curtain has very narrow gap between the deck lines, so it doesn't really work for deploying it across. The advantage with this is that I can deploy it to either side, and also when solo paddling offshore I can attach it to the release loop of my spray deck, which means I can still pull my deck, but I'm going to stay attached to my boat. Okay, I'm not going to lose contact with my boat, which is incredibly important. Okay, working back, I've also attached a bit of tubing to the deck lines here to create this loop, and I'm going to see if that works as a GPS mount for my Garmin 86i, which I'm going to be using again today in my navigation test. Then I've got a paddle leash here, secured with a bit of Velcro that I can deploy quite quickly if I need to, if the conditions dictate that I might lose my paddle. I've got the spares if I do, and I know that I can release those quite quickly and roll with one half of the paddle. I've tested that in my previous video, so have a look at that if you're curious to know how that works. And coming back here, I'm also going to be carrying a 5 litre Ortlieb water bladder, and this is a new beta system I'm trying out. I need to carry quite a lot of water. I don't want it on my back and I don't want it on the deck. I want it low and just behind my seat. So I figure the best place for it is going to be inside the day hatch. Now, as a trial, and it is a trial, actually Steve Wetman suggested this, I've come through the hatch rather than through the deck, which was my initial choice. And I've used an old hatch cover here, not one of the nice Hydrosil ones I've got from Steve, and I'm trying those. I've got a push fit 10mm joint here, which you can just snap into place there. Okay, that's nice and secure. Okay, I can turn the isolating valve back on now and tuck the bladder inside, along with all my other day kit. And whilst I'm concerned about the security of this this joint here, I don't know if you can see that, this joint here, I've got the option to go through the deck if I need to, and we'll see how that works today. So let's get suited and booted and get paddling. Hi folks, it's Ian from Goose Juice here. It's 1 week on since I was on Gorleston Beach. I went for a paddle and tested both some nav systems and some gear. I'm really pleased to say that it worked well enough for me to want to continue developing those themes. Just a reminder, it was a hydration system with a 4 litre bladder, isolating valve, drinking tube through the hatch. Okay. And it worked well enough for me to replace the tube here. I've got a single piece of tube now, and I'm going to be trying that out. I also tested the GoPro mount, and that's working well. I've made a few modifications. I'm going to give that another test today. And last week, what I didn't mention was I'd rigged up a GoPro mount on the back deck, which I did some filming from, made some adjustments to that too, and I'm going to be giving that a go today. And I've also got my map case there today. I'm trying to see if I can use that and move that up and down the deck as and when I need to refer to it. So I'm out for 20k today. It's a bright sunny day. I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, good paddle. So about 13k. Really had to dig in against a very strong current going around Lowestoft Neck. Got down to the Northwest Home Buoy, turned and enjoyed a really fast run back. Really pleased with the boat setup. GPS mount still needs a little bit of tweaking, but the drinking system works brilliantly. I'll do a more in-depth look into that when I get back home. So all good. Great day. Hands are cold. Nice one.